I just want to say the first couple that we're going to go through here, these are a couple that when they happen, you wish your mom would have been there, because they're like, wow, that's just you want to something you'd want to show off to your mom. Look at this, because they're so amazing. The first one is the word of wisdom, and when you're doing something, when somebody asks you a question, maybe, or you're going to pray for someone, this gift will bring you wisdom. And usually it's in the form of instruction, like to maybe the person needs to go and pray, or go and break off, have some spirits broke off from him, or something like that. You're giving him an instruction for him to do something, and then what they're looking for will happen, or something to that effect. Is just as an example. One time, this was you were having trouble with your feet, right?
Plantar fasciitis.
Yeah,
long time ago. Mm-hmm.
And we prayed, and I heard she needed to take vitamin D and calcium for her feet. And I had no idea. I still don't know if, in the natural that would work. It doesn't seem like it to me. It doesn't seem like it has anything to do with plantar fasciitis at all to me. But that's what the Holy Spirit said. And it's been years, and she's never had a problem since then. Mm-hmm. So I believe it's sometimes these instructions are calling on the person's faith to operate. In this case, Tiffany had faith that what she had heard came from the Lord. It sounded like the Spirit to her, probably. And she went and did what she was instructed to do, and it worked out just the way she had hoped.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the word of wisdom very often works with a word of knowledge.
Yeah.
So a word of knowledge is giving someone, telling someone something you couldn't know except by the Holy Spirit. So just to give you an example, there was a time in the scriptures where Peter had been talking to like the leaders of the Jews, and they were asking him, well, don't you pay taxes? Doesn't your master pay taxes, your teacher, your Rabbi Jesus? And Peter's like, I better go ask Jesus what's going on here. But Jesus, before Peter could even tell him what he had been discussing, Jesus told him, okay, you want to know if we pay taxes? Well, sons are exempt from taxes. In other words, God doesn't tax his children, right? So no, we don't have to. But in order to not offend them, go fishing. The first fish you pull up, take money out of its mouth and go and pay the tax for you and for me. So Jesus had a word of knowledge. He knew what Peter was talking about with the Jewish leaders. He also knew that there would be a fish with money in its mouth. And he had a word of wisdom to go with it. He said, Peter, this is what we're going to do. No, we don't have to pay taxes, but we're going to do it anyway. And this is how. We're going to go fishing, and then the fish you find will have our money, and you'll go pay for it. That was a word of knowledge and a word of wisdom working together, which they often do.
Yep.
So, a word of knowledge could also be something like you'll feel a pain in your body because there's somebody in the room who has a pain in their body and they need healing, in which case you would go up to them, you would ask Holy Spirit, who is it? You'd go up to them and you would say, do you have this pain or whatever? They would say yes, if they're honest. And then you would say, well, the Lord is healing you of this right now. And they'd be healed.
Yep.
That's how a word of knowledge works when it's something that you feel within your body.
Welcome to Destiny Road, where we're committed to making a real difference in the fight against human trafficking. we proudly partner with organizations that rescue survivors and provide them with dignified employment opportunities, and also support these brave individuals on their journey to healing.
Our curated collection features crafted items from around the world, handmade jewelry, leather purses, bags, coffee and tea. We also offer books by authors Tiffany and Kirk. You can find their books through Amazon by searching for Tiffany Root.
Thank you for joining us in this important mission. Visit us online at destinyroadstore.com.